All right, we've got concept 1.7, which is going to be solving multivariable equations. So grab that little worksheet, find the spot that says follow along with the video, and we're going to do that right now. So why might we want to be able to solve an equation to get y by itself? There's a couple of reasons that we might want to do this, to rewrite an equation, not to get a single answer as a number, but as just rewriting the equation to get y by itself. There's kind of two reasons. So if you think about an equation when it's in y equals mx plus b form, there's a couple of things that you can tell from that equation, and that is the slope and the y-intercept. So we want to be able to rewrite equations with y by itself to identify what the slope and the y-intercept are. The second reason is once we know the slope and the y-intercept, that equation becomes much easier to graph and to make the line, as you guys practiced in earlier concepts as well. So let's practice this skill. We want to take the equations in those examples and rewrite them so that y is all alone, all by itself. And so this first example right here, the problem right now is that if you look at this equation, y has a plus 7 with it. So right now on this left side of the equation, y is not alone. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get rid of everything else so that just y is over there. So I'm going to draw that line through my equal sign, and you're going to see a lot of stuff popped up here. I didn't mean to do all of that at once. So we're going to back it up here just a little bit. So I'm going to draw that line down that equal sign, and to get rid of that plus 7, we're going to subtract 7 on both sides. Now, the 2x and the minus 7 are not like terms, so I'm not going to get a number solution here. I'm just going to end up moving that 7 to the other side. I can't combine the 2x and the negative 7, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to write my equation y equals 2x minus 7. Okay? To tell if you're done or not, you're going to look at the left side of this equation and you're going to see, okay, is y by itself? And it is. If you look, there's nothing else on that side of the equal sign. Y is all alone. Okay, so that is my final answer for this first one. So I could tell a couple of things right now. My slope is 2, because that's the number with x, and my y-intercept would be negative 7. So if I were to make a graph, I would start on the y-axis at negative 7, go up 2, and then over 1. Okay, so that's sort of the advantage of having it in this form instead of how it started. Okay, that was kind of a simple example. Let's try another one. The second one here, you're going to notice now there's more on the left side of the equation with the y than just a single number. So what we're going to do is you want to kind of solve this equation from the farthest things away from y closer in. And so we're going to get rid of that minus 12x first. We're going to draw that line down the middle and then add 12x to both sides. Now, just like last time we didn't have like terms, here these aren't like terms either. So you can't combine that negative 9 and that 12x. So all this is going to look like is my left side still has 3y, and my right side I'm just going to write either negative 9 plus 12x or 12x minus 9. And I'm just doing it in this order because it looks more like mx plus b, but you could switch it up and do the negative 9 first. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now, I'm going to evaluate. On the left side, is y alone? No, it has that 3 with it, okay? Right now it says 3y, and I want to get rid of that 3 that's touching and multiplying that y, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 3, okay? When you do that, you have to divide every single term or piece of your equation by 3, all of the parts. So on the left side, I divide the 3y by 3, and I'm just left with 1y, and on the right side, you need to divide the 12x by 3, and the negative 9 by 3. And so what you're left with is y equals 4x minus 3. Okay? I look at the left side, y is all by itself, and so I am done. I'm good to go. I can tell that my slope is 4, and I can tell that my y-intercept is negative 3. Okay? Last one. This time y is on the right side. So I want to rewrite this equation so that y is the only thing left on the right side. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw your equal sign. You're going to get rid of that 25 by subtracting on both sides of the equation. Okay, 4x and minus 25 don't go together. They're not like terms. So I end up with just 4x minus 25. And then on the right side, all that's left over is that negative 5y. Okay, same way we got rid of the 3 times y, we're going to do the same thing here with the negative 5. And we're going to divide every single piece of this equation by negative 5. Okay. Now, if you were to type into your calculator that 4 divided by negative 5, you would get a decimal. But when we're writing equations of lines, we kind of want to keep it as a fraction. That way we can see the rise over run. So instead of dividing 4 by negative 5, I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. I'm going to leave it negative 4 over 5x. And then I can divide the negative 25 by negative 5, and that's going to give me positive 5. And obviously on the right side, the negative 5s divide to make 1, and y is now all by itself. And so this thing is just y equals negative 4/5 x plus 5. Slope is rise over run down 4/5, starting from a y-intercept of 5. All right, so try those couple practice problems. Let us know when you're ready for the concept check.